What do we got?
Oh, you stealing my lines again.
What's that thing in baseball? What do they call that? Each park has?
Home field advantage?
No, some with the rules. There's like different rules for each park.
That's ground rules.
Ground rules. See,
There's
they're
the ground rules.
See,
There's the ground rules.
so the ground rules are.
When I come to the murder table, there's ground rules.
Right. He who brings the whiskey gets to be asked, "What do we got?"
I'm going to need to see these rules in triplicate so that my attorneys
Nothing's in writing.
properly
It's all up here.
things.
It's all up here.
Oh, good lord.
All right. So what do we got?
We got a bottle of Lagavulin.
Nice. Okay.
So my boys are huge fans of the fine folks at Parks and Rec.
Okay.
In particular, one Ron Swanson,
Nick Offerman.
played by Nick Offerman.
He's a cool guy.
So I bought this bottle because, one, it's peated, and I've been dragged kicking and screaming across the peat bogs. And two, it's...
Or waterboarded through the paper.
Once again, I would like to apologize to everyone who's
Dude,
listening.
I'm on round 10 here. I've been drinking.
Anyways.
Things happen.
So, we watched Parks and Rec, and our...
By the way, the new rule, friends shouldn't let friends YouTube drunk.
I'm good with all that.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
So our good friend Nick Offerman,
Yes.
and I say good friend, who we've never met, but
We're like this.
if he would like to
this.
join us with his lovely wife, Megan Mullally,
Like this.
we'd be more than happy. He has a character in Parks and Rec where he actually actively drinks most of the day, and he drinks only Lagavulin. And at one point, he has money scattered all over the place, and I say scattered because the money's actually in gold coins and things scattered everywhere.
Gold bullion?
And someone tells him you need to diversify. So they have an episode where he does diversify by buying 51% of the Lagavulin distillery.
Nice.
That he has that much money set aside. So when I got the bottle, because I haven't had Lagavulin in quite a while, again, no whiskey events by us, which is kind of sad.
We're in the black
I
hole.
was unable to find an Offerman bottle, but I found this bottle. And recently, when I was taking out something to drink, I found this bottle, and I say found because I have no filing system, and I've been told I'm a bit of a hoarder. So I found a bottle, and I said, "Oh, let's get this out." So for today's tastings at the murder table, I thought, let's try this bottle.
Okay.
So I showed you a photo of several bottles I had, and you decided to peat me again.
Someone has to.
So it's all good. So this is one of the finest stories in Islay.
This is an 8-year-old Lagavulin.
Give us a world.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And this is at 48%, so it's a little higher than the, I wouldn't say the standard issue, but usually it's like the 16-year-old.
I think that's probably fair.
So a little higher ABV, half the age, a lot of peat on the nose.
And quite a kick.
So what we expect usually from a younger Isla is like a really, really strong, heavy dose of peat. Because as it gets older, it gets a little mellower.
I think that's when the peat wears down.
So this is only 8 years. We usually have the 16. So.
And I think the Nick Offerman's maybe like an 11 or a 12 or something like that.
I love the nose on this. I do. But this is different from like the 16-year-old. Because the 16-year-old is a little more chill. You know, when you first have it, you think it's like, oh my God, it's so peaty.
No.
But when you go, after you have others, like younger peated ones.
It's more rounded flavor.
This is nice.
What are you going to get? And again, this is a Diageo, and they know what they're doing. You went in?
I did.
Man.
I couldn't help it. But it's got a nice peat. It's got a little sweetness to it, like they all do. Like everyone always says, oh, it's peaty. But I'm always of the opinion that if you give it a little bit of time and you get past the smoke, you're going to get a lot of sweetness. Like a barbecue, like a smoked fish. What?
Yeah, you do get the...
What's the matter?
Too
hot?
It's 48%. It's a big mouthful that I went and... Mouthful that I took. And perhaps it's a little peppery for me. For my delicate self.
That is peppery. And it's got, again, I'm going to say it again, like we've just had a bunch of whiskeys. I like the mouthfeel. It's a little bit oily. A little oily. Which I'm a sucker for, frankly.
That is just a nice whiskey. And it's got a nice balance.
It's good.
Everything about it's just something that, add to the ordinary, but still good. Again, we talk about, gateway whiskeys and bringing people along and training wheels and getting them to try things. if you had some people who were fairly happy with Space Heights, or maybe some unpeated Campbelltowns, or something from the north, I think you could probably give them this. This isn't overly peated. It's not such a blast of peat that you're kind of like, oh, it's a peat there. But I think it's got enough flavor that you can see the whiskey and see the peat.
Yeah.
It's just a really nice whiskey.
Oh, it's good.
Really
it's
nice
good.
whiskey.
And again, it's got some texture. It's very peppery. You're getting like a lot of like peppery smoke. That's good. I like it. I mean, what can I say? A-?
Yeah, I'd say this is definitely in that 88, 89 category for me.
Yeah. It approaches a 9. It's just a good whiskey. It's just really, really good.
Good whiskey.
I enjoy it. So, what else can we say? It's just damn good. If you like a little smoke, this is it.
Now, we've had a number of Lafroy Lakes, a number of Caol Ilas.
Yes.
I think this gives those two distilleries a run for their money.
Oh, absolutely.
They're every bit as good.
Absolutely.
Every bit as good. And probably maybe a little more approachable because the peat's maybe not as heavy.
Yeah.
But and underproofed for some of the stuff we've had.
Right.
We get a lot of independent bottlings, which from Caol Ila seem to come out in that whiskeys with a 5.
Yeah.
Just really good whiskey.
It is. It's great. So, sir, thank you for sharing.
Cheers.
Cheers.